gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her 1 foul just to tell her it's 1 now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. In the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon'
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
A former Volunteer back in Tennessee. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now Kamara. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Let's go, let's go.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Where are they, team?
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Not today.
Mariota. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Tight end right, tight end right. Everyone's got 4 down.
One.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Now Mariota. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check nine.
Three.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
minus 50. Blue Dan, blue Dan. Wide.
They keep it with Henry on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mariota. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
I got you, boy.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Get ready, get ready. DC.
Gone. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here on a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. These two teams all tied after 1. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Gone. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is gone. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Goff throwing again. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A good pickup there, a 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Goff. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect. His confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 there, alert.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Mariota hands to Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mariota now from the 50. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Mariota on the delay to Henry.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Mariota to throw it. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 2nd down and 4. Goff. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They go with a fullback line, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Kamara trying the right side. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Gone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And now it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mariota. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Third and long here for Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. After the interception, here's Goff. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Goff now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
2nd and 10. Goff again. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Come on.
Again, Goff. Open man is heard. It's complete. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
4 now. We're good.
To the air again, Goff. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Get that quarterback.
Throwing on third. Gone. That is caught at the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Throwing again is gone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's gone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's 3rd down and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Goff now looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
49, check 49, check 49.
Again, it's Henry. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's going to be a long day.
Here's Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for goal. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Cut! 180! 54! Right 54! Come on, baby! I'm coming, baby! Woo! Whirling! Whirling! Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. Go! Go! Stop your whining.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1, and, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
To throw is Mariota. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Back to it after the pick six. Mariota got him in. It's Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
One. Give me that ball, defense.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. One. 44. Mike, 44. Yo.
Now Mariota. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 down. I got 11. Mike 50.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Open man is QT, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? Back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Watch your slap.
On 1st and 10, Goff. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
76.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. Looking left sideline, incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Goff. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
There you go.
Mariota to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 3.
Mariota gives to Henry. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Hey, 5.
From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark. This at the 4-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 5 now. Mariota, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Titans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mariota. And that's caught by Smith. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 70. 9 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after here coming up. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Hey, kill!
Gone. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check.
Here's gone. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Check three, check three, check three. Where are they, team?
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check right 15. Get him, get him, get him.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could... Not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, baby. 44's to Mike. 44's to Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
Here's Mariota. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
A.J. Brown, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
One. 44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check. No chance. 44. Mike. 44. Watch the run.
Now Mariota on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Here we go. 20. Let's go, team. Let's go.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
We go tonight. 180. You're trapped. You're trapped.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5.
Tonight. 20. Down to lose 1. What's that?
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. They said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So for the Saints, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. This team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one.